Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Al Stock Trades. How's everyone doing today? All right, check this out, guys. No camera today, but we got some thoughts to go ahead and relay some news. 3 days ago, we got a new job that Clover Health is essentially releasing. Not many people are talking about this. This is the Clover Assistant Senior Director, Vice President of SAS Sales. I mean, it doesn't get any more clearer than this. 59 people have applied. A little bit since I'm premium, I get access to kind of who applied. So 15 were at VP level, 10 were seniors, 7 were directors, 3 were managers, 46 bachelors, 26 masters, 16 26 MBA, 16 masters, and 12% other degrees, maybe PhD or medical doctorate, MD. Applicants in terms of we're in the New York area, a little bit in Nashville, and some here. You can reset the map here to see what's going on, but overall, that's it there. So we're going to just talk about this, okay? What's going on? How are you doing, Go Wagon? So listen, guys, for all the people that are in our stock terminal and also in our YouTube, my apologies. I've been really busy lately, so just wanted to know that I'm still here. Trying to juggle 2 different careers, right? One being on YouTube and doing the stock terminal, and the other one, which is my main one, which is being a doctor, right? Trying to learn how to do that, right? So I got 1 more year, and that's it. I'm done with medical school, and everything's doing really well. So I do want to talk about some important things regarding kind of the Reddit page. I think one of the members, who is the what do you call it? The moderator. Let me see if we can find his posts. There's a lot, in the past week on like Monday through Friday, there's been 500 online members. Apparently, I'm trying to see. Here it is. This one right here. Apparently, they got like 500 members that are online, and there's just been FUD, like just a bunch of stupid posts after another regarding just dumb things. And the Reddit individual is going to start deleting a lot of these posts. The reason why I'm talking about this here is because there's been a lot of like dark pool shenanigans that's been happening with Clover. In fact, let's open up the terminal here, and let's go to Clover, and let's look at we've been getting DPs, every single day. So we're getting a lot of these off exchange dark pool, just really some weird activity happening in the stock, while we know that we have a new chief financial officer, and apparently there's going to be some SaaS business going on here, which we'll go into. So there's been a lot of FUD, a lot of weird things happening. Overall, if you look at the IWM in terms of the futures, we are doing pretty good on this regards. In fact, if we open up Webull really quickly and just take a look at IWN, which is the Russell 2000 for small caps. There it is. If we can find them here, we'll talk about Clover right now here. IWM. We can see that we are kind of respecting this upward channel that we painted out from many videos ago. Overall, this was kind of the line that we were watching, and we are, I think, starting this trend. The big thing that I want to look at now, if we can add a trend line right now, if we can add a line, is I'm looking at this resistance here. I'm looking kind of at this one here, and also this one here, right? So I'm going to be looking at the kind of, just put the halfway point right here. I'm going to be looking to see if this passes. But overall, we're looking pretty good. Hopefully this trend line continues as the Federal Reserve gets nearing its interest rate cuts. Let me get us back to where we were. So growth machine, we're going to talk about that. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the trust that you guys put in our platform, put in our YouTube channel. Again, you know, we're not going anywhere. We're here, and we believe in the due diligence, and I'm glad that I'm glad that folks are seeing it, and folks are starting to see, like, for example, SMCI. The stock here is up. We called it out earlier, and it's up literally 7-bagger. And we've been very big prominent, and just very prominent for Nvidia. And Nvidia's up. If you don't know, you go to our alstocktrades.com website. There's a sample video where I show how to use the intrinsic value calculation for the Nvidia company here. If this thing can load. Oh, there it is. So here's a sample price target. It's still loading here, as you can see. So I'm going to wait for that to load, but you can see how, like, Nvidia's done really well, guys. I mean, it literally crashed here and it literally went up 5x, so almost like a 5-bagger. So this is like one of our lessons we have in our mastering stock market course. And if we can just fast forward, we can see that we were doing the analysis for Nvidia, and we were determining the price target. And at the time we were doing the video, Nvidia was trading at 177, right? And we were just backtracking it to 2018, 2019. But even then, at 177 compared to what it is now, it was looking pretty sexy, guys. I don't know, 177. That's 3.4 bagger, right? And we were doing the calculations here, and you see the numbers that we were getting. And these are old numbers. These were numbers that no one really, no one knew. These were numbers from back then. So just to show you the power of teaching you how these financial analysts form price targets. So I'm pretty much done with adding. I've gotten to a point where I'm like, any more would be just over the percentage of portfolio. It's just too much. So I'm actually happy. I've had more than I've ever anticipated having. So I'm good now. But folks that are are still trying to double down. I mean, it's still this is obviously attractive price in my opinion. So so let's talk about this here. Okay, so now we kind of did a kind of sweep of what's going on overall in the market. They just released this Clover Assistant Senior Director Vice President of SAS Sales. I mean, guys, I don't know how clear this can get, but SaaS-like businesses, we'll go ahead and do some intrinsic values and then go ahead and do a linear progression analysis. Let's open up here. Again, this all comes lifetime access with our terminal here. So let that load up here. But yeah, you can see, I mean, it's very clear. So there was a study done. Retail investors don't like when stocks crash. Institutional investors like when stocks crash. Retail investors like when stocks go up. And then institutional investors don't actually like when stocks go really up. So I recommend you learning about that one. It's an interesting take on that regarding, be greedy when others are fearful. But 3 days ago, they posted this. And then obviously 2 weeks ago, this gentleman here went ahead and talked about him being the chief financial officer. And I will have to say that Clover has not communicated this yet. I mean, like, a lot of I would say maybe 20-30% of investors know about this, maybe because of our channel, and thanks to Dish. But like, they haven't even released this yet. I mean, what are they doing? Like, they haven't even released it. I don't know what they're doing. Like it's such a, like, I don't know, like, why is it taking them this long? And like, it must either these earnings are going to be terrible, and then it's going to be a short-term temporary bounce. And if there is, I have some dry powder for that. or it's just they're just going to release something huge that's just going to change the whole fundamentals. And what I mean by fundamentals, I mean the SaaS like business. So in regards to expected post loss, so if you go to Webull, there was a Rutgers article. Let me pull it up here on my phone, and it's a trending article, and it says Clover Health Investment Corp expected to post a 14 cents loss. This is done, I think, by the analysts, not by the company. And if you go all the way to the bottom of that article, it says this summary was machine generated February 23rd. All figures of US dollars. So this is not reported by the company. So it's funny that once that basically released, the stock went down another 1.86%. So, so I was just funny because I think retail investors really thought that potentially that was the earnings, how like earnings preview from the company. It's pretty much, it's an AI reporter, right? So or AI reporter. Yeah. So that's kind of what I think there is. Oh, by the way, for the book here, I really appreciate it. I don't know which book you were reading. We have a couple of books. We have, let me pull them up here for you guys here. We have How to Find the Next 10 Bagger, The Intelligent Investor. And this one here is more for like doctors and stuff. But this is good for like, it's good for the brain, I would say, just to understand life and see how you can become a master and just, like try to be a leader. This book is obviously like legit. This is our bestseller. This book hasn't received a lot of love, but this basically shows you how to find a 10 bagger. So I would say this is really good. This is a really good book. We're going to make more books in the future. Again, these are accessible. All profit proceeds go to charity. And just kind of very quick diversion from this. I just want to just do a quick little diversion. I know you guys are not interested in like, this, but it's just important to just talk about just really quickly. So I just had a meeting with the Office of Homeless Foster Care and Refugee Services at the Arizona Department of Education. And we're formulating some form of a sustainable collaboration where I can basically use our nonprofit that we established, the Global Neurosurgical Alliance, to get these homeless folks, these homeless children, be able to go on PubMed and be able to publish. So if you go here and if you type in my name, you can see a couple of articles on PubMed. These are articles that are from the NIH, right? These are in their library. This is an honor to have, and this is kind of like, to have this, you need to be like a scientist, right? And here's I'm the boss, right? And these are the kind of the pathways of the brain and in our research. So I say this thank you for folks that are supporting our book. I know a lot of you guys have purchased our book, and I just wanted to show you like this is what you're doing. Like this is you're helping people in Jordan, Pakistan, Iraq, Africa. You're helping people in Nigeria publish. You're helping people all over the world, and now you're about to help people that are homeless children in foster care. And so thank you for helping this mission grow. So again, I'm not taking any dollar from these books. I'm giving it back. Okay, so right. All right. So there we talked about Nvidia. Then now we're talking about the SaaS thing. I mean, guys, it's very clear. I mean, I have to tell you something. 3 days ago, and then like 2 weeks ago, this guy posted. I mean, come on, Clover. Like, what the hell? Like, say something. Like, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm getting a little frustrated because I'm getting a little frustrated. Let me tell me about Clay. I'm gonna have this AI tell me about. I just click this button. Tell me about Clay. So as it's basically scanning his network, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of let's see. Currently is the Medicare Advantage, strong background. Okay, how about this? Will Clay help Clover Health increase in stock price? LOL. So maybe let's see if this AI is going to know. Chances are it's going to say no, right? Because I can't do this. Sorry, I can't help you with that. So loser. Let's say loser. All right, so doesn't know what to say. I'm sorry to hear that you're unhappy. I appreciate your feedback. All right, so it's a little joke there. So Clover is going to be releasing this now. If you go to the All In podcast, the podcast from not this week but last week, or the week before, one of these weeks. Chamath, is a little bit more pompous than usual. He's extra pompous, like extra, like, ASS holish, which is fine. I like him like that, right? I like it when he's a rough, right? But he was saying that he's being a little, because he's been beat down a lot. Like Wall Street pretty much laughed in his ass, and now he's was a little bit more confident, and he was saying that there's going to be some announcements, and then it's just funny how he's going to be releasing something on Medicare Advantage. So I think this may be the time. I think he is talking about Clover. It's just Clover hasn't released it yet. And a lot of people are saying the earnings are going to be February 27. Again, those folks don't know what they're talking about. You don't know when earnings are going to be, because it's not like they haven't released it. They need to release a date. They could release it in 27, but I mean, today is the 24th, so I doubt that. That's like terrible communication. So we're going to see when these guys release it. But overall, I'm really, honestly, this is exciting, but I'm really excited about this. If they can somehow find a way to turn this into a SaaS business, then, this is a big, big deal. Okay. So with that, if we were to look at the SaaS business scale here, and if we actually go back on Twitter, and we go to, instead of here, we'll go to Al Stock Trades Twitter. And by the way, shout out to why no earnings announcement yet. I like it. Tell you, yeah. So yeah, 353 views. The book is doing well. Lots of folks are taking advantage of our book. It is a top one sell. We got 648 likes, literally 353 views. So I am very excited. We also have another post here that got about 541 views, 541, almost pretty much half a million views. So that's really good. So what I wanted to do is I want to go to media. Sorry, I want to go to the media here, and I wanted to open up a graph that I created a while back ago. So give me a moment. Let me see if I can find the graph here. It has something to do with the here it is. So this is the SAS Capital Public Index. The pandemic started, and then now we're at 6.94. So on average, if Clover becomes a SaaS company, then I would say they're going to be trading anywhere between 6.94. And honestly, if you look at Palantir, so let's just kind of look at Palantir. Palantir is like the AI humanoid bot, pretty much. They're at $50 billion, and their revenue right now is, I don't know. Let's assume their revenue is 2.4 billion. So if you take like 50.84 divided by 2.4, they're trading, hold on, 83 divided by 2.4. They're trading at, why am I not doing this correctly? Hold on. They're trading at 21x. So they're trading at a price to sales at 21. So obviously, I don't think Clover is going to trade 21 price to sales. I really don't think they're going to trade 21 price to sales. But let's just say, for example, they trade the capital index, which is 6.9. So we'll do a couple. We'll do a capital index. We'll do a SaaS, price to sales index of 3.53. But then we'll do 6.94. We'll say it's 7. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that and open up this here. Let's kind of reload this page here. Yeah, a lot of people on our stock terminals, is Arun from Twitter here, or X. A lot of folks have messaged him, and unfortunately, he has not, said anything. So it's just a shame. So let's go ahead and put first. Let's put 7, and let's grow them let's do low digits, 8%, and let's do outstanding shares of 4.86, and let's do like just the insurance revenue, not the non-insurance revenue. We're not even going to, because I don't know nothing about their non-insurance revenue. I'm just going to have them grow from this side here. So if we see this, we're already sitting at a $13 to $22 stock, and in 10 years we're looking at a $47 stock. That's at 8%. But let's assume they only do $100 million in revenue, $100 million in revenue, but it's a price to sales of 7. So you can see that even with low revenue and with a SaaS like business, you can see that the gross margins will be higher. And you can see that it's $1.08, but in 10 years, it'll be $4, right? And that's growing at 8%, right? We know it's a growth company. So we're growing them at $100 million. We obviously know they can make more than 100 million, right? I mean, they've made 3.47 billion before, right? So let's assume right now the SaaS business grows a lot faster than that, let's say, of the insurance business. So if you put 30%, which is a pretty good fair approximation, you could see that the power of this company, and you could see how this is if they can last in this market, you could see the opportunity that lies. We're looking at $24 stock. Obviously, this is in 10 years, but again, we're growing at 100 million. So we're growing at $100 million versus, let's say, where it is now. So if we were to approximate this, and let's say, for example, they grow like Palantir, which is 20 price to sales, and you could start to see $70 stock, which is approximately $35 billion, right? Palantir is at 50 billion. So you can see these numbers are not really that hard to imagine. This is growing at $100 million, right? But let's be real, and let's grow it at just 3.5 times sales. But let's just use the numbers they have now, 1.23 billion. By doing 1.23 billion, and then let's say growing that at, I would say, 15%, you can see that Clover should be anywhere between, as of now, $6 to $11, all the way up to $40. If you don't remember years ago when I did the intrinsic value calculation, I said that, hey, $42 is the stock price of Clover, right? And you could see the number right there, for me, zoom in here, around 42, right? So, I was hoping that they would get to this earlier, but I think now they're getting into the position where this might actually happen. And that's pretty much where we're at. This is the price of sales. Now, assuming, let's say, we go ahead and do an intrinsic value calculation, and instead of doing a 5 to 10% intrinsic value, we could go ahead and do anywhere between the 13%, and we'll grow it at the normal 1.23 billion. It'll be 166.05 of estimated free cash flow. Let's grow them at 15%, go 10 years into the future, and divide it by the number of outstanding shares. We're looking at 11, like I said, $6 to $11, if you don't recall from the number here we got, right? 6 to 11. So you could see kind of the calculation here in what we're projecting. So I really do believe that this is an easy 10 bagger. It's just they need to capitalize and they need to get there. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. And this is the opportunity. And we're not having them grow at crazy numbers. We're just having them grow at 15%. It's just I did up the margins because normally I like to multiply it by 5%, right? But if it is true that this Clover Assistant does, and if you look at the job description here, it does say Clover Assistant, right? You could see here, ladies and gentlemen, that it is a SaaS, for SaaS sales. I mean, I don't know how clear I have to be. Like it's not insurance sales, it's SaaS sales. Okay. So hold on. Okay. What does this mean below? Okay, I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Okay, refers to software as a service. Okay, so we can go ahead and do this. Okay, then we can go ahead and and by the way, I should have honestly used the stock terminal, right? It's scalable, cloud, yada, yada, yada. Okay, historically, what are the price to sales ratios of companies that are in this sector? I don't think it's going to say something, but it should be anywhere between 6 and 7. Historically, companies have often commanded higher price to sales compared to traditional industries, and that's what that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Here it is. There it is. See, SaaS companies, 10 to 20x, even higher. This is true. 10 to 20x. But again, I'm conservative. I said 3.5x or 6x because I go off of data. I don't know what the hell ChatGPT is smoking, but I'm going off of this data, which we obviously published, utilizing all SaaS companies on average. This is not pandemic stuff. This is at 7, right? So okay, guys. Oh man, I talk a lot. My God, I'm so tired of hearing my voice. Sorry. So I hate being a YouTuber, guys. It's terrible. I'm like appreciative that you guys are here and it's an honor, but goddamn, these long videos really take a lot out of me, but someone has to do them because people are so silly. I'm just checking. Perfect. Okay. This is the nonprofit. So I'm just checking my mail as I'm basically talking to you guys. Okay. So let me see here. But let's go ahead and go to the comments. Okay, so I'm going to be working at the car wash like Gary Gold. I need to know who that is. I'm sorry. Why are they being? Yeah, I know. Why the hell are they being secretive? Like, God damn it! 2 weeks ago, you guys talked about this guy published CFO, and there's no publishing. I'm trying to like basically annoy Chamath, like an annoying little brother. So I posted this, and I give Chamath a kissy face. and I know he sees my posts because he's liked them a lot. He didn't like this one. I don't think he appreciated it, but I give him a little kissy face. you know, I don't know, man. It's really annoying. I thank you, Arun here. Thank you. So let's see. I people that know, let everyone be where they should be. Exactly. And it sounds promising. These are SaaS sales guys, so anywho, 4269. I can't wait for, actually, no, that's a good number. 42069. Hell yeah, dude. How about 69 420? I like that one, right? Because that one is a higher number. But overall, guys, this is looking pretty good, right? What can I say? Right. I mean, I'm doing the calculations. I'm running the numbers, assuming, guys, I think it's happening. And then shout out to Belize. He was talking about, this is all about Clover assistant sales. Just highlights a couple of things. You can pause the video and take a look at, here, but our non-insurance business is revealed. Yeah. So, I think this is pretty good, guys. I think we're in a good position. It just needs time. SaaS is a beautiful word. We've been talking about this, and Chamath basically talked to David Sachs, asking him for help many months ago, I think a year ago, about how I think Clover released one of his businesses released that basically they released accidentally that they were selling SaaS, and someone just bought a SaaS subscription from them. And they had to basically put it on the down loan. I think they basically scooped it up and put it under the rug, under the non-insurance business, and they haven't really communicated to investors because that's just, Mr. Andrew Toy, I would love to see what you're like. Come on, I would love to see what your wife would say, man. Like, Jesus Christ, man, you need to be open, okay? We're in a relationship, my friend. Every 3 months, you need to come talk to us, okay? We're in a relation. We're in a long-term relationship, and you need to be open. Okay, maybe we can use one of the psychiatrists that works for Clover so we can maybe sit down together and have like a talk, right, with the investors, because we told you we would like you to be open with us, okay? So I think personally, Chamath in his most recent announcement saying that there's going to be some announcement happening with Clover, I think it's going to be SaaS-like. I think it's going to have a SaaS sauce. I think it's going to taste very sascious, right? And I think we're going to be very, very happy, and we're going to basically go to Vegas and put it all on red. I'm just kidding. Or all on green, right? The double zeros. I don't gamble, by the way. I don't condone gambling. Looking at just very quickly here, going to Clover and going to the company, and come on, man, pay for a check mark. I mean, come on, man. But I get it. It's not in their business. They're not trying to. You think elderly people have check marks? They don't care. So I guess it's a waste of money. I thought about that, But if you look at who's following who, you can see David Sachs follows them. Okay, and David Sachs is the king of SaaS, right? He's good. He's good with SaaS. So I do think they're going to be announcing something. It just makes sense. Right. I'm not smoking something, guys. I mean, what the hell is this? Am I like having a, schizophrenic, outbreak where I'm like, am I like, you guys let me know. I mean, you guys need the OGs in the Mastering Stock Market group. Hey, you guys let me know. Am I seeing that? Am I making stuff up here? I mean, am I going crazy? Right. I do believe in this company, and I do believe once this hits, the market's going to change the way it looks at it. Okay. So that's all I have for you guys. Again, it's always an honor to have you here, guys. You have no idea how much this means to me. Again, I'm here for the long run. We're building out the mastering platform here. Again, this is going to be one of the best Zero to Heroes courses that has data. Like, we've literally established data to it, right? And we're here to stay. So very excited. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Wait, hold up. Let me go back. Mr. Sitter Chops. I think this is the guy with the general. Maybe you can come online, dude. You gotta come on my YouTube channel. If this is you, you gotta come on my YouTube channel. You gotta dress up, and we gotta have a talk. Okay, I would love if you can talk. I mean, I've been trying to reach you. You're like the mascot of Clover Health. You know what I mean? Like Palantir doesn't have a mascot, right? You know, AMC never had a mascot. We have our own mascot. Okay. So definitely come on. Hopefully we can schedule something. All right. Reach out to me, support@alstocktrades.com. And I do agree with what you're saying. Okay. Now I'm done.